Hello, people. I'm Anton Thomas. Like Scott would say, hello, world, and hello, South Africa. I've done a thing, a video. I've made a video for people to hear. It's an interview, but it's something different. I've actually gone and I've actually asked AI a question with regards to the 2024 elections. So I'm going to play you its response. It's not my voice, it's AI voice, as well as AI's opinion. Enjoy.
In 1994, Nelson Mandela cast his historic vote in South Africa's first all-race election. Since then, the democratic landscape of this vibrant nation has been both tumultuous and compelling. As the 2024 elections loom, South Africa stands at yet another crucial crossroad, poised to elect those who will steer the country through a maze of socio-economic and political challenges. This election, perhaps more than any other in recent memory, feels burdened with the overwhelming responsibility of selecting the right leaders. The tenacity of the nation's democracy is at stake, and the roster of contenders reflects the broad spectrum of South Africa's resilient society. Will the country take a daring leap towards radical reform or retain its cautious path of incremental change? The answer will shape the nation's destiny well into the new decade. The political landscape of South Africa. South Africa's political terrain is as varied as its majestic landscapes, from the lush hills of the Eastern Cape to the arid expanses of the Karoo. The African National Congress, ANC, has dominated the political scene since the end of apartheid, but its grip has been gradually weakening amid internal factions and corruption scandals. This upcoming election sees a spectrum of parties from established giants to emerging contenders, all vying for governance. Public disillusionment with traditional power structures has led to a diversification of the political field. Smaller parties are gaining traction, tapping into the frustrations and aspirations of a populace eager for genuine change.
The African National Congress, ANC, and the battle against corruption. Once the unassailable face of South Africa's struggle against apartheid, the ANC now finds itself battling allegations of corruption and mismanagement. The Zondo Commission of Inquiry into State Capture has laid bare many of the inner workings and corrupt practices among the highest echelons of the party. This erosion of public trust has significantly impacted the party's image and electoral prospects. The ANC's challenge in the 2024 elections will not only be to campaign against its rivals, but also against its past, striving to convince voters that it can reform itself from within.
United Independent Movement, UIM, A New Hope? Neil de Beer and his United Independent Movement represent a newer force in South African politics. A former intelligence operative, de Beer has articulated a vision that seems to resonate with those disenchanted with the status quo. Founded in 2021, the UIM has rapidly increased its visibility with promises of transparency and robust governance. As the election draws near, de Beer's narrative of change and accountability has found a ready audience, particularly among the youth and those exhausted by traditional political narratives.
The Democratic Alliance, or DA, remains the primary opposition party and an embodiment of liberal thought in South African politics. Despite facing challenges in broadening its appeal beyond its traditional base, the DA continues to push for policies that promote economic freedom, non-racialism, and a market-based economy. Under the leadership of John Steenhuisen, the party aims to consolidate support by focusing on governance issues where it holds power, particularly in Cape Town, to showcase its capability for effective governance.
The Economic Freedom Fighters, or EFF, led by the charismatic and often controversial Julius Malema, offer a radical left-wing alternative to the political mainstream. Their policies focus on radical land reform, the nationalization of key industries, and redistributive wealth policies. These themes resonate deeply with portions of the electorate, especially those who are economically disenfranchised. Despite its polarizing rhetoric, the EFF has maintained a significant and loyal following, reflecting the deep-seated economic frustrations many South Africans feel.
In addition to the major parties, several smaller parties like Patricia de Lille's Good Party and the Inkatha Freedom Party, or IFP, play crucial roles. Each offers distinct perspectives and solutions to South Africa's pressing issues, highlighting the multi-party nature of South African democracy. These parties might not lead the polls, but they often hold the balance of power, especially in coalition governments at the municipal level.
From unemployment to land reform, a variety of critical issues are driving the 2024 elections. The electorate is particularly focused on economic recovery post-pandemic, addressing systemic inequalities, and managing the persisting energy crisis. The need for a competent, transparent government has never been more pronounced. Candidates and parties are being scrutinized not just on their promises, but on their potential to implement real and effective changes.
South Africa's political stability and economic policies resonate far beyond its borders, affecting everything from sub-Saharan Africa's economic dynamics to international geopolitical alliances. The outcome of this election could redefine South Africa's role on the global stage, influencing foreign investment and regional stability. The world watches closely as South Africans prepare to make one of the most significant electoral decisions in their recent history, potentially altering the nation's course for many years to come.
Alright, I hope you found that very informative to know what the algorithm is of the voting session that's approaching South Africa, the end of May. So I just asked it, who does it think is going to be, who is the top candidates for the 2024 elections in South Africa, and I asked it to give a summary of the situation in South Africa. So I hope you found that interesting. We'll make another video. Enjoy.